What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the Not Odd channel, and welcome back to another top 10 video, where in this video I'm going to be counting down the top 10 scariest or toughest characters to fight against in the Dynasty Warriors series. Now it's going to mainly apply to like the older games, Dynasty Warriors 3, 4, 5, yeah, a little bit Dynasty Warriors 6, some characters in Dynasty Warriors 7 and 8, but mainly the older games when it was very clear that characters were difficult to go against. They had the lightning element, they were like blurry, or they had some sort of visual appearance that made you think twice before facing them off in battle. So I'm going to count down the top 10, which I believe are the hardest or most intimidating, whatever word you want to use to describe when you see this character coming at you full speed with their lightning and blurry kind of effect that they have going on, or even in the later games when they just get more tedious to fight and a couple of swings from this character could easily kill you. That's what we're going to be counting down in this video. But before we jump into it, we always got to start off with some honorable mentions, and I got two for you guys today. The first one's going to be Mr. Peng De. So the only thing I can really think about for Peng De in terms of difficulty is Dynasty Warriors 5 when he's at the Battlefront Castle. He's basically like the person you have to beat to get to the main part to beat Sao Ren. And he's got the lightning, I'm pretty sure, and the blurriness, and he looks pretty badass, and he's pretty tough to beat, especially on the harder levels. A couple of swings, you might be red barred pretty quickly, so definitely be careful of that. But other than that, I don't think he really has any other of that type of presence, except for Dynasty Warriors 5, which is why he's in the honorable mention. And then the other honorable mention for me is going to be Xiahou Dun. Xiahou Dun's another character who has similar things. He's got the lightning around him in certain instances. I don't remember which battles, but I know there are some instances when he's got the power up. Well, he's pretty deadly to go against. Definitely want to be careful when fighting against Xiahou Dun, but I don't think it was significant enough. At least I can't remember it being significant enough to put him in the top 10. So he's going to fall short on this list, but he's going to make the honorable mentions. And with that being said, we're going to go ahead and jump into the top 10 scariest characters to fight within the Dynasty Warriors series. Let's go ahead and jump into it.
Get out of my way, Lord Sun Quan. You must escape.
The enemy will be cut down.
I fight for the sake of Wu.
You have my thanks. You are a strong and proud hero of Wu.
Showtime! Thank you. It seems you're always coming to my rescue.
Alright, starting off at number 10, I'm mainly going off of his Dynasty Warriors 5 and Dynasty Warriors 4 as well, and that's going to be Mr. Zhou Tai. Zhou Tai is a pretty intimidating character to go against, not just on how he looks, but his moveset in the older games was very, very quick. So if you get caught in his Musou attacks or even some of his combos, he sends you flying, he can send you down to the red bar pretty quickly, or even end the game pretty very quickly as well. I think Zhou Tai is a great start to this list. Again, it's just a top 10 when you're fighting them in game, not in terms of actual strength of the characters, but when you're fighting them in game, when you're going up against them, I think Zhou Tai is a great start here for number 10. Let's go ahead and move on to number 9.
I will serve until my death.
There's nothing left for me now.
As one gets older and older, we tend to walk through the halls of memory more and more frequently.
Destroy those people who have killed my lord!
Listen, everybody! I have defeated Xiahou
Alright, coming in at number 9, might be a little controversial putting him above Zhou Tai, but this is just me personally. When I played against him and fought against him in Dynasty Warriors 4 and sometimes in Dynasty Warriors 5, he was pretty tough to beat, and that's going to be Mr. Huang Zhong himself, the old man, getting his time to shine at the Battle of Mount Dingjun. And when you fight him in Dynasty Warriors 4 is more vivid for me than Dynasty Warriors 5. I found him a little bit easier. Perhaps I wasn't playing on the harder levels in Dynasty Warriors 5, but Dynasty Warriors 4, he was a tough cookie to beat, man. Mount Jingdun's a very small map in Dynasty Warriors 4, and you have your moment with him, and he's pretty tough. He's pretty tough. He's got the lightning, I'm pretty sure. He's looking blurry. Huang Zhong is one that stands out to me. Even in Dynasty Warriors 3 a little bit, he was pretty tough to beat. And also in Dynasty Warriors 6, he is, I believe he's one of the targets for the Mount Dingjun battle. It's to beat him before he ends up killing Xiahou Yuan. I'm pretty sure he has the blurry lightning power up in that one as well. Pretty tough to beat if you don't have flash or if you're playing on the harder levels. So for me, Huang Zhong I think is a great candidate for number 9. That's why he's going to be here at number 9.
Don't underestimate me. When I fight, I turn into a raging fire. I shall kill you. With your passion and your spirit, I lose. This is the end. The attack is ready. Fire!
You should. Perhaps you as well. You're a person I should learn to give respect to. Fear.
Alright, next up, coming in number 8, this character used to just terrify me in Dynasty Warriors 3, mainly, but he had his moments in some of the other games as well. We have Lu Xun. So the reason he's up here on my list personally is because on the Battle of Yiling on Dynasty Warriors 3, this guy was a menace. He was so hard to beat sometimes, and it was just so frustrating because you're going towards like the main camp area, and he's like really deep into the area, so you got all his people around him, and then you have him himself. His guards were always annoying to fight, and then he hits you a couple times and you are running for your life. So for me, Lu Xun was always a character that was tough to go against. Dynasty Wars 4 and 5, I think he might have had some moments in Yiling. I don't think he ever was one of the lightning blurry characters, but he was a pretty tough character to beat. And for me personally, just Dynasty Warriors 3 alone is enough to put him up here at number 8, and that's why he's here at number 8.
Defend yourself, or suffer death by my blade.
Before you reap the harvest, you must cut the weeds.
The enemy general, Hua Xiong, has fallen before me. Feel the power of the blue dragon. Never break the bond between my brother and I, Almighty One. Challenge all that perpetuate the chaos!
Alright, coming in at number 7, we've got Mr. Guan Yu. And Guan Yu is a pretty tough character to beat, even in the moments when he's a commander. All the commanders are usually tough to beat, right? They're usually got an extra defensive buff, or, you know, they're just harder to beat in general. And then in some of the games like Dynasty Warriors, like 5, if they're the commander and it's like a special like moment or something, they will get attack boost. They'll go into rage mode. They'll really up the ante in some of those games, and you got to be careful. Guan Yu is no exception because not only as a commander but just as a regular character. I believe like even in like the battle of like Changban, there's moments when he has the power up and he's not a commander, and because of Guan Yu's weapon style and his moveset being so wide and AoE based, he's a tough character to beat if you mess up, if you miss a combo, or if you're striking through and, you know, he gets a free moment to hit you, he's going to make sure it hurts. So Guan Yu, I think, is a good choice here at number 7. I think he's a little bit more difficult to fight than the other characters. He's consistently difficult to beat in Dynasty Warriors 3, 4, 5. I don't remember Dynasty Warriors 6 that much, or like the later games that much, him being difficult, but definitely the earlier games he was consistently tough to beat, and that's why I think he's a good choice here at number 7.
Like you could ever stop me! Oh yeah! Fight time! All right! I'm ready for a fight anytime! Right. Sorry to keep you waiting. It's time to heat things up, and here I go! Call me Gan Ning of the Bells. Let's play! Make way! No power can stop Gan Ning!
Alright, next up, coming in at number 6, this dude was, again, similar feeling to that of Lu Xun. We've got Gan Ning. Anytime in Dynasty Warriors 3, Battle of Yiling, Battle of Hefei, I approach this dude and he does a little cutscene. I always got nervous, man. This dude is so unpredictable, especially as an AI, because, you know, you're fighting him, let's say you're getting the better of him, and he just spams out his Musou attack out of nowhere and clips half of your health in one shot, and you're like, what the heck just happened? Of course, he has his guards with him, and then Gan Ning just being Gan Ning, it's a tough character to really fight. He was a tough character to just approach and just try to fight without really worrying about your health. You had to be very careful, especially with that Musou attack just coming out of nowhere. So that's why for me, I think Gan Ning is a great choice here at number 6. He definitely causes a problem. Definitely in the older games, at least personally for me, and I think it's a great choice before we hit the top 5.
After all this, I still find myself on the battlefield.
With my spear, I will sever the threads of Wu's destiny!
I, for one, am not afraid to give my life for the good of my kingdom. The wrath of my blade!
You are no match for the strength and skill of Zhang Liao. I, Zhang Liao, shall crush all those who oppose me!
Alright, next up, coming in at number 5, starting at the top 5, we have the Bane of the Wu forces, which is Mr. Zhang Liao himself. So Zhang Liao, a very difficult character to fight in the games. I'm not going to say he's like super difficult. You know, you play on normal, you're going to be alright. Dynasty Warriors 3, he was pretty tough to go against, regardless of which level you played on, if you didn't have a already upgraded character. Dynasty Warriors 4, he was pretty tough to beat. I don't remember if he has any power-ups there. Dynasty Warriors 5, I'm pretty sure, though, in Dynasty Warriors 5, Battle of Hefei, this guy has unlimited power up. Powered up and tough to beat. Dynasty Warriors 7 and 8, he definitely has his moments to beat and everything like that. If you guys have noticed this so far into the video, I have not talked about Dynasty Warriors 9. Dynasty Warriors 9 does not count at all for being difficult. So we're just talking about the earlier games and a little bit of like Dynasty Warriors 6, 7, 8 as well. But Zhang Liao, I think, is a great choice here at the top 5. He was always a character that was very difficult to beat, you know, very nerve-wracking to go against. I think he deserves to be here at number 5. let's go ahead and move on to number 4.
Behold the spear of Little Dragon. Any who stand in my way shall deserve his fate. My spear shall answer all. Those who stand in my way do so at their own risk. Prepare yourself. You look competent with that spear. Come, I will see just how good you really are. I battle for justice. The spear of Xiao Yun shows no mercy.
And next up, coming in at number 4, this character for me, I think he always had power-ups on him, so he's a great choice here at number 4, and that's going to be Xiao Yun, cover of the game, the main poster boy, and for most of the battles that he's like a staple in, he has a power-up. Changban, he has a power-up. He usually has a power-up. Chibi, he was always tough to fight against if he was part of the battle. Even some of the later battles, like Mounting June, if he was a part of it in Dynasty Warriors 6, I remember he comes as reinforcements. He was still pretty tough to beat, especially his Mutao attacks and some of his combos were really deadly to you. But I always remember Xiao Yun. He always had some sort of power-up on him. Changban, Dynasty Warriors 6, you kill enough peasants, he comes after, he flies across the map to get you, and he has that power up, tough to beat. But he was a tough character. He was definitely a scary character. You're not just gonna approach him and be like, what's up, unless you're on like easy or you have like Lu Bu. Xiao Yun definitely deserves to be on this list. A tough character to beat. It should be no brainer for him to be up here. I think number 4 is a great spot for him. Let's go ahead and move on to number 3.
I shall destroy thee with a single blow.
I will protect Tonggate and all of Guanzhong. Oh, enemy of justice! Spear shall strike down all evil. Cao Cao, you devil! Prepare to die! Cao Cao, I shall kill you! Even if I am the last one standing. I am Ma Chao. Who here wishes to challenge me?
Alright, coming in at number 3, we have the splendid Ma Chao. And Ma Chao is a solid choice here for the bronze medal because this character is always powered up at the Battle of Tonggate, and it's always a difficult battle when you're going against him, no matter what game you play. Dynasty Warriors 3, 4, and 5, absolutely difficult to go against this monster. He is a monster in the earlier games. Dynasty Warriors 6, they took out the Battle of Tonggate so that we don't get a chance to really see that. Dynasty Warriors 7, he was, I believe he was a little easier. Dynasty Warriors 8 was a little easier as well. But the earlier games, this dude was a menace on the battlefield. Whether he had the power up or not, or even like the battle of like Chengdu when he comes in later. I think he actually does that in Dynasty Warriors 6 as well. I don't remember if he has a power. I remember him being difficult to beat though, right? He would come with the generic NPC Ma Dai at the time, and he would be tough. He was a tough opponent to beat. But I remember Ma Chao always posing that presence of like, I'm going to die here if I don't take this seriously. Dynasty Warriors 5 is probably his most intimidating look and most intimidating time to fight him. Tonggate, he's another level. I'm pretty sure he could. The rage mode, if you get him down to a certain point, and he's just another level of scary to go against. And I think he's a great choice here, number 3. Definitely, in my opinion, more intimidating to fight than Xiao Yun and Zhang Liao, just because he just shines on Tonggate. Just because Tonggate is such a difficult battle to go against him on the harder levels, I think that's why he's a great choice here at number 3.
I will deal with Cao Cao myself. Let me through. So fast. One more step and I'll hack you to pieces. I'm itching for a fight. No one gets by here. Absolutely no one. Come on! This bridge belongs to me, and the toll for passage is dead. Welcome you to taste his blade.
Alright, coming in at number 2, we've got the drunken monster himself, Zhang Fei, coming in with the silver medal. Battle of Changban. I mean, he gets a moment in pretty much every single game, and he is not easy to beat. He more than likely has a power-up pretty much every single game, I'm pretty sure. He always looks intimidating. He's got the spear weapon, which makes it even more difficult because of the AoE and the aggressiveness that he has. It's always a fight. It's always a tough fight to go against him, and then because of the event, it makes it even more difficult. Dynasty Warriors 5, he literally gets powered up in the cutscene, which is insane. So he already looks pretty badass and intimidating, and then you have to fight him and not die. So I mean, he's a pretty intimidating character. He's got a lot of power behind him, a lot of aggression. A couple of mistakes, just like with everybody else on the list. A couple of mistakes and you're dead. Zhang Fei was one of the first people I thought of for the list. Definitely deserves to be on this list. Number 2 is definitely a solid placement for him. Battle of Changban Bridge event. Not much else to say about it. He's an absolute monster on that battlefield, and he is really tough to beat.
They are marching to their own slaughter! This bores me! Isn't there anyone who can give me a challenge? Dare stand in my way, you pitiful worthless scum! I'll stomp you into a bloody mess! Wish to wield my blade in battle! I do not care who! Come and face the great Lu Bu!
Wow, you guys are still watching, huh? Well, alright, coming in at number 1, you guys shouldn't be too surprised, because I can say this is the only character consistently throughout all the games, except for, of course, the last one, who is tough to beat in every single game, no matter the level, which is Mr. Lu Bu himself. I mean, you can't be that surprised to see him up there, and mainly the ranking was for, like, the, you know, the bottom 9, you know, the characters that we don't really think about that much in terms of hard to fight, but Lu Bu obviously reigns in at number 1. I mean, he's got a whole battle wrapped around him, trying to get past him. I mean, it's his battle. Battle of Hulao Gate is not the battle between the Allied forces and Dong Zhuo. It's the Allied forces and trying to get past Lu Bu, right? So Lu Bu, obviously, clear choice for number 1. I really don't have to explain much here. Absolute demon of a monster in every single game. Has his power up. Even without his power ups, he's still hard to beat. A Battle of Japi, he doesn't, you know, he's not powered up at all. He's the commander. You have to beat him. Still tough to beat. And that's why, for me, he's up here at number 1. Not much else to say about that, you guys. I mean, it's a no-brainer to have him here at number 1. I talked about him in his videos, top 20 strongest characters, all that, and then that's pretty much it. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. These are top 10 characters that are tough to beat in game. Let me know if I missed anybody. I looked through the list again just to make sure. I thought of like Lu Mong to put in here, and I was like, no, not really. I thought of the commanders as well, Liu Bei and Cao Cao. Just because they were, I just didn't want to put them in just because they were commanders, right? It's not like, I mean, if you go against Shu, most of the time you're finding Liu Bei as a commander, so it's not much of a choice there. But with like a character like Huang Zhong, who has his moments, you know, he seems like more of a character to be intimidated by than like Liu Bei. Like if you're going to, like if you're doing a battle and you're on Wei's side, you always, you know, you have to beat Liu Bei at some point, right? And you have to try a little bit, especially if it's a harder level and it's one of the older games, whatever it is. But I just think that's such a default answer, so I didn't include any of them. Dian Wei I thought of, but I didn't really think of any other besides, like, there's not many moments when you fight against him inside, like in game. So I didn't put him on. Zhang He I thought about. I thought the other characters were a little bit more intimidating. Xiahou Yuan, everybody else a little bit more intimidating. Huang Gai, no. And none of the strategists are obviously going to be on here. I could have put maybe Zhou Yu. Zhou Yu had his moments as well. He's definitely difficult to beat at times, but if he's probably like 13. He's like right underneath the 200 honorable mentions. But yeah, I mean, that's pretty much it. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, definitely appreciate a like, comment, or subscribe. Let me know if you guys want to see a specific type of video, any other top 10 ideas you guys have, or anything Dynasty Warriors related that you guys have an idea for. Let me know. Done a lot of videos for this franchise. I would continue making videos for it as long as I have ideas to make. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you all in the next video. Thanks for watching, everyone.